So obviously, like, y'all know me, I'm not PC, but that is one word that I have never used, will never use. I don't agree with it. I hate it when other people use it, regardless of what race you are. I just don't like that word. But it was in front of his house. Like, he wasn't on stage or in the studio or whatever. And, like, there's so many white and black rappers and, other ethnicities and everything, and they use that word 50 times in their songs, and, like, wherever they are, they just use it like it's just their everyday English language, and they don't get in trouble for it. But he uses it once when he's out drunk with his friends in front of his house, and, like, his whole life is ruined now because of it.
Yeah.
I think they went a little bit overboard.
Okay.
Not that I'm not saying, like, I'm not saying it was justified that you use that word, because it's not, but I'm just saying their reaction is a bit much, in my opinion.
Here's what I will say. Obviously, given that I am a black gentleman, a drunk white guy using the N-word, not my cup of tea, in case you didn't know, Mary. However, I did not react as bigly, to use a word from Donald Trump. I did not react as bigly. Yeah, hey, it's not a word, but you know what? He made it a very fun word for me to use, so it's now a word. I did not react like the politically correct media reacted. I had a white friend of mine ask me, like, oh, so what do you think about the Morgan Wallen situation? My immediate response was, well, a drunk white guy using the N-word, I mean, what's new? I mean, that's kind of like brushing your teeth every day. Like, to me, it's something that's happened many, many times before. So what I will say is that I do believe in apologies. I do believe in second chances. And Morgan Wallen clearly has apologized. One could argue that if he was not taped, was not recorded, that this would slide. And that we could move on from this and he'd still have his career. But because it has been recorded and picked up by a lot of media outlets, the brands that represent Morgan Wallen, whether it be the radio stations that play him or sponsorships or whatever, they're under pressure. Basically, if they don't condemn this publicly and do something about it, they're sorry to say this word, they're essentially going to be lynched. You know what I mean? Like their image is going to be hugely affected. So
yeah, I think honestly, like, the big companies and everything, they probably really don't give a crap, like, to be completely honest, but they're probably just doing this just for their image. Just be like, you know what, like, listen, Morgan, like, we really don't care that you use this word, but we kind of have to suspend your music because otherwise we would be in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, my hope is that these big time music related corporations and companies that have supported Morgan Wallen, my hope is that there is a heart within them that says, oh, racial equality is a great thing. However, I do know that when it comes to these big corporations, big businesses, it's always money first. And you're not going to make money off of someone who just drunkenly used the N-word and they're white. So they did what was best for their business and they just shut them off completely. Now, here's an update, Mary. The NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, the Nashville, Tennessee chapter of the NAACP, they invited Morgan Wallen to join them for a conversation about inequality. Now, we don't know if he's accepted the offer as of now, Saturday, February 6th, as we're recording this. I would say Morgan Wallen would be smart to accept it if he wants any chance of a career to happen again.
Right.
But yeah, this is certainly a lesson in overly politically correct responding to something that, sure, yeah, using the N-word when you're white, not a great idea. And yes, Mary, you do make a point that, the N-word has been used a lot in rap music and whatnot. So it's been really desensitized lately. But yeah, this is really a lesson in, redemption and allowing people to have second chances. This is really a prime example of cancel culture. Whereas we seem to have this impression that if you just make one mistake, boom, that's it. You shouldn't have a career. You shouldn't have a life. Nothing. We're human. We make mistakes. So the question is Morgan Wallen able to come back from this and say he's sorry and work with black people and whatnot? He is able to do that. So let's hope that he can find that.
Hopefully, because I love his music.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah, he's a really rebellious guy. I mean, last I checked, he got in trouble with the Saturday Night Live people because he was partying and not following COVID-19 restrictions. So they canceled his SNL appearance because of that. So this guy, I'm telling you, between the COVID-19 restriction breaking thing and the N-word, he's just, oh my God, he's a wild man.
I guess so.
Oh my God. Also in country music news,